guys, welcome to Community Christian Small Group, focused around our series titled Doin Time. So let's get started. I'm going to give you 2 questions to begin your discussion. Each time you see a question appear on the screen, press pause and take time for everyone to discuss, and then press play to move on. On Sunday, we talked about how there never seems to be enough time to get it all done. At the end of the day, week, or month, there's always something left undone. In this week's message, we learned the key to make the most of our time is prioritizing correctly. The priority determines capacity. To explain this, Ed did a super cool trick with rocks to show us how if we prioritize and arrange our rocks, or things that are important to us first, then the small stuff will fit in where it needs to. Sometimes we have such a hard time prioritizing because we don't know what our big rocks are. We haven't sat down and planned anything out, and that's important. I want to encourage you to do that. Sit down and take some time figuring out what your big rocks are. God, your spouse, your kids, work, school, church, the big important things in your life. But that isn't all that Ed talked about on Sunday. Matthew 6:33 says, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." We need to seek God first. He needs to be our biggest rock because where we give priority to our relationship with God affects all of the other rocks in our life. The best way to remind ourselves that God is our biggest priority is to devote the first few moments of every day with Him. Spending some time with Him praying, reading a devotional, or your Bible. Because when you say yes to God at the beginning of the day, it will give you great insight into what to include in your day. And when you start to put God first on a daily basis, it reorientates your thinking, your life, and your time around God's will for you and God's will for your life. So what would it look like for you to rearrange or prioritize your life? God won't force His way into your jar, but God has invited you to organize your life around Him. I would like to challenge you to spend some time this week identifying your big rocks. Make a plan to prioritize your big rocks each day. Specifically, prioritize time with God this week by spending the first productive moments of your day with Him. Talk about that in your groups. Some questions are going to come up on the screen. Press pause when you see them and answer them honestly together. Have an awesome week.